Hello, morning everybody. How are you today? Where are you? What are you doing? What's your weather like? What have you been sewing? What do you want to sew? You sick of sewing? We've got hello Nell in Australia. We've got Sharon and Sue and Margaret and Christine, Leanna and Mandy and Evelyn and Helene. Sue, Christine, Lynn, Claire, another Christine. Cheryl's on Facebook. Morning. Wet and miserable and cold and misty and in West Yorkshire. And thank you very much. Hello, Julie from Buffalo. Janet, Shirley, Trish. Very wet today. It's raining this morning, but I've got wet chickens, but it's okay at the moment. So this all seems to have stopped. At least my dog's been out for a wee. Hello, Debbie and Anne, Brenda. Hello, Celia. Wet in Warrington as well. Brenda's making a fluted skirt as we speak. Oh, it's gone. Did you see all the lovely new fabrics that we've got on the website for the skirt? I showed you the other day. Have a look back at Wednesday's live if you didn't see them, because we've got some lovely things. Now then, if you have registered, if you're a member of the Half Yard Club, or if you've registered but not actually become a member yet, you would have got a newsletter this morning that's telling you that you're in with the chance of winning a sewing machine worth over £500 from Janome. So well worth joining the club for. So I wanted to get that out there straight away, because that's quite a big thing we're doing. So let me just shifty things around a bit, and I'll show you what you need to do. So you need to register. You need to be a member. And then when you go to the Half Yard Club website, so this is me logged into the website at the moment. We've got this month's project outlook that's come out today. That's Suze's FPP project. And if you go to blog, and then scroll down here, look, you could win a Janome, what is it, 5060 QDC, which is worth £549. So all the details there of what you need to do, but you do need to be a member to be in with that chance. So if you go to halfyardsewingclub.com and sign up, you've got a free trial if you want to use it, and then you could be in the chance of winning that. It's good, isn't it? It's good. So yes, so thank you very much to Janome for donating that. That was very good of them. Oh, Christine, disappointed only the UK can enter. I didn't realise that, Christine. It's something that the girls have set up at the office, so I'm sorry about that. Elizabeth's just renewed her membership for the third time. When do we find out who's won? Oh, I don't know, Sophie. I didn't see when it ended. I only saw the email come through this morning. I didn't even know it was going ahead. I knew they were talking about it, but I didn't know it was actually going ahead till I got my newsletter this morning. Fantastic offer, says Brent. It is, isn't it? Hello, who's that in Ontario in Canada? That's Carla, expecting 30 centimetres of snow this weekend. Oh, Tracy says I'm looking fresh and spring-like. I thought I would. It's been blooming miserable lately. So grey weather, not feeling too good for a few weeks now, and then I just thought, yeah, let's just get over it and welcome in spring. And it's not due yet, but I'm welcoming it in anyway. It's 15th of March, says Margaret. Thank you. Diana renewed a membership last week. Lovely. Morning, Julie. Morning, little sewing wheel. Doing very well. Thank you very much. Morning, Anne. Will you be doing another Gina B workshop? Do you know, Alana, I haven't booked her in yet, but I did bump into her the other day. We were taking Gary's car into the garage, and when we left it, got into my car, I heard this little voice go, "Is that Debbie?" She doesn't talk like that, obviously. And yeah, it was Gina out walking her dog. Very barky dog, that was. So yes, I thought afterwards I must get her booked in. Just been a bit busy lately. Morning, Irene. Janet's got up in time, lovely. I like that. Janet loves the background. Gary spent ages this morning doing the background. And big fat teasers. It's the birthday show on Sewing Street on the 27th, so it's a week after next. Oh, I'm not going to be here next Wednesday. I'm away from Wednesday to Friday, so I won't be able to do Wednesday. I'll get the schedule updated for that. And the week after, I think it's on the Thursday, on the 27th, is the Sewing Street birthday. So we have brand new smocking panels, which you can do that, or that with. I know we've done smocking before, but not like this. It just makes it so much easier. So we've got that. We've also got some new FFP panels, not FPP, FFP, which are the hearts behind me here. Got Susie Duncan making some of those up as well. And then I know you can't see it too well, but this little bag here, after I've finished the 2 shows live on Sewing Street, I will be live on their Facebook page at 1 o'clock, I think. And that bag will be an offer just on the Facebook page as well. So they're going to keep me very busy on that day. So this is kind of what I've been doing for the last few weeks, working on those. Hello, Beatrice in Connecticut. Biz had to shoot 4-inch deep ice yesterday and Sunday into Monday. Get 10-inch snow top with 4 to 6 hours of ice. No! Oh, Biz, that doesn't sound like very good weather. Michelle's on a bumpy bus. Morning, Jean. How are you today? Getting better, I hope. Planning to do any making today? Yes, I am. Did you see the post I put on Facebook yesterday? I was watching Columbo, trying to figure out who did it, and one of the actors had a bag over her arm, and I thought, I made one of those. And somebody replied, why don't you make it in the live? I thought, do you know, I will make it in the live. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to make a little big. Always Blodwyn there. Hello, Blodwyn. And Peggy Sue. Morning, Michelle. Oh, said hello to Michelle. She's still on a bumpy bus. We've got the Candle Wax Queen. Hello. Oh, were they, Judy? Apparently my panels were on Sewing Street this morning. What? I don't watch it. Don't watch TV when I'm working. I just no. Maybe a music channel, but I can't watch TV and work. No, that's Gary's clever lighting. It's not very sunny outside at all. So what panels were there? I'd be interested to know. Which panels have they got? Hello, Brenda in Kentucky. How are you? Thank you very much, Jenny. And Julie Jones in France. I have got fabrics to show you. Pop those out the way, and then we'll do a bit of sewing if you like. Back in stock. So showed you this one a few weeks ago. It's Art Gallery fabric, and it's not under the new arrivals. I'm just looking for where we are. Hang on a minute. Well, if you go to fabric and then go to Art Gallery fabrics, you'll find it there. I'm sure you know which one it was. It was so popular before. It's that one. Look, Art Gallery fabrics, Plentiful Florist. So that one's now back in stock. We have got some of the other pieces from the range there as well. So that's that one. Then we've got some new fabrics as well. Oh, now this, I'll show you that in a minute. This is a whole collection of poppy fabrics. Very excited about these. They're beautiful, and they're premium quality again. So we've got really lovely quality of fabrics. So I'll just get these on the website, so I can tell you how much they are and what they are. So if you go to website, new arrivals, they're straight on there. So this is Serenity Blooms Butterfly Blue. I would say that it was green myself, but that's what it's called. And then we've got Serenity Stripe. I like this one. It looks a little bit like bamboo. So it's not a perfectly drawn stripe. It's got like breaks in it, like dashes in it. I'll show you that a bit closer up. Look, I just love the colour of it. And although it's a stripe, it's not bold, so it doesn't kind of interfere or clash with any of your other patterns. We have we did have, hang on a minute, there we go. This one is the Morning Song blue. Aren't they? They're just pretty colours, aren't they? They just go so well together. So I'm just moving you out of my way over there. There we go. Whoops. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry, that's better. I was just trying to rearrange my screens and everything went all small and big and everything. Hello, Sonia. Just read my last message. Oh, hi, Chris. What are you doing? Still packing Mum's life up. Oh, it's a funeral. Oh, thinking of you, Chris. Hey, aren't you going to... Oh, no, it's May, isn't it? John Scott's cruise. Yes, Tracy. We will be getting more rainbow fleece. Didn't expect it to sell out so quickly. So, acrylic hearts. Hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday we should be able to get some of that back in again. Craft fleece should be here Tuesday or Wednesday as well. I know that's sold out. Acrylic hearts, Linda. I'm sure we've got some. I shall be popping over to the office tomorrow. Oh, I got my jeans mixed up. Thanks, Jean. We've got 2 Jean Bakers. One's in Scotland and one's down the road. I thought it was you down the road, Jean. She fell, didn't she? Sewing kit, mag, bag, cover store. Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't know they were doing that. That's interesting. They don't tell you, mind you. Oh, hello. What else was I talking about? Oh yeah, hopefully the back in stocks will be back in stock soon. Tomorrow I shall nip over to the office because the guys are doing orders there, so I'll go and help out a bit, and I'll have a look about the heart templates because I'm sure we've got it. I can't remember where it's from, Elizabeth, but I'm glad you like it. It's probably sent outside the UK. Yasmin, we can send to America, Australia, South Africa, Canada, all over the place, just not Europe. And that's the EU regulations. They're just making it very difficult and very expensive to send to the anywhere in the EU. The bunny biz is next month's Half Yard Club project. That'll be the one with the video. So that'll be out on the 1st of the month. Right, what else have we got in this Serenity? That's Painted Blossoms, Painted Blossoms, Painted Blossoms. That. Oh, and then we've got Home Sweet Home. So we've got a few ranges going on here. They're all poppy cottons. Actually, they will go really nicely together as well. I'll have the label on that one. Look. You can tell when they're brand new, can't you? So let's just pop those away. Love that stripe one. I think I should be using that one a lot. Excuse me. And then this range is, I think this one's Home Sweet Home. Yeah, Home Sweet Home. Look at those little birds. They're rather cute. And got a few of these. Another houses on, look. Fresh off the roll, look at this. Making crochet tote bags recently with some with lining, some without. I think so. I like a nice lining fabric, Jennifer. Even if it's only you that ever sees it, I do like a nice lining fabric. Let me just check I've got the whole range in these. So we've got Home Sweet Home Bluebirds Yellow and Home Sweet Home Strawberry Cake. I know it's not the same range, but look at that. That goes well together, doesn't it? Then Home Sweet Home Chore Time Pink. So we've got rabbits and chickens doing the housework. Oh, and cats with brooms. And what else have we got? We have Home Sweet Home Cherry Florals Cream. See, that'd go nice with that stripe as well, wouldn't it? And Cross Stitch Green. And then finally is the one with the houses on, which is Happy Home Blue. But it's a lovely collection, isn't it? Again, nice and fresh and happy and uplifting and spring-like, and just lovely quality of cotton for you there as well. I think so too, Brenda. That stripe is just so versatile, particularly with this range. So it's meant to go with that range. But I think they've put it in the wrong one. I think they should have put it in here because it just goes with all of them, look. It goes really well. I think that's going to be a popular one. Fabric for little girls' dresses, Pat, I think that would be lovely. Blodwyn says, stop, Debbie, I'm trying to get through Mustache. It's a collection, Blodwyn. You're a fabric collector. They say, don't they? That's one hobby. Collecting fabrics is one hobby, and sewing is a different one, completely different. So you're just a hobbyist. Hello, Olivan. How are you today? So let's pop those out the way. I forgot that one, didn't I? Did I? Yeah. No, I showed you that one. So if you look under new arrivals on the website, you'll see all of these lovely new stuff there, and the back in stocks that we have for you as well. Right. Christian says she's a collector too. See, I don't really have much of a stash. I've got a website, that's probably why. Hello, Diane. How are you? No, I just go and choose what I want to make things with and make it. Now I'm going to make this little bag with some fabric that I can't find on the website, so I've got a feeling it's not on there, but I can't check at the moment because I'm not there. So if you know better, it's this one, and we've got it. We have it in the office in 2 colours. Just couldn't find it on the website. So I'll keep looking because I can't remember what it's called. If not, I shall have it put on the website tomorrow. Both colours, but it is gorgeous. It's got this oriental print. I mean, if you've bought it before, let me know what it's called because I can't remember. It's got like a linen textured background and it's foiled. I think it's really glamorous. So there's this one, and there's like a blue colour as well. So let's get doing this, shall we? Where's my ruler? I'm asking you where my ruler is and you won't have a clue. I've only got must have a bigger ruler than that. Just need to measure how big this is so I can show you what we're doing. Here we go. All right. So I have 2 pieces of fabric measuring 13 inches across and 15 inches wide. And 2 pieces of lining. This is the rose, which goes really well. Could have used a blue, could have used a pale pink, but I'm going to go for the rose. So that's 2 pieces cut into the same size as well. It is pretty fabric. Oh, Claire says haven't seen it before. Oh, pretty fabric. Who says haven't seen it before? Oh, that was Claire. Oh, sorry. Your messages are scrolling quicker than I can keep up. Yeah, they're lovely colours. Yeah, well, we'll keep looking for it. Get it on the website later if it's not there now. Now the shape of this said bag, I'll draw it on the lining because it's going to be easier to see. I think a few of you have got these bags for knitting bags. So it doesn't fasten or lock or anything like that. And it's got one handle that comes down the centre and curves around. So because I'm making this up as I go, and just to let you know how I figure it out in case you want to make one of a different size, I'm just looking for a pen. Do you know when you tidy up and then you can't find anything you want? So I want the handle to be about that wide, I reckon. I know that's not symmetrical, we'll do that in a minute. And we want it to curve down to about there. So I'm going to fold this in half. I'll measure it for you. And here's my little one. Oh, shan't use the little one, it's on the floor. And that is 2 inches from the fold. And I want to curve this down to, let's just make sure that's square. That is, let's say 6 inches. So this is an erasable pen, so this will iron away afterwards. So I'm just going to draw a line down there and a line across there. And then I want to make that into a curve. So I'll tell you what would be very handy would be to have a circle template, wouldn't it? Little bit of a blatant plug there. So let's take the big one. And just line that up with the 2 lines there and curve it. So that's the shape of my handle. That's what we're going to do. Corner curver would have worked as well. We've got some of those back in stock as well. Right, and then we'll cut this with the best scissors in the world. And then use this as a template to cut out all of the other pieces. That will do. So we need 4 pieces that look like that. Yes, maybe I do have a stash. Maybe that is my stash, Jennifer. It's just a warehouse. Oh.
Coffee, tea, light refreshments.
Can't find me mat.
Gin and tonic later.
Much later. Thank you. Don't ask them.
No, don't say anything.
Don't ask them.
No.
You know that they're on the whiskey already, particularly Leslie. You know what they're like. Oh, Kaz wants a coffee.
Oh, what?
Too late. Kaz is on the coffee.
Oh, right.
Probably a black one, you know. Right, so I'm just using this as a template to cut the same shape from the other pieces. Ever such an easy bag. I'm going to put binding around here as well. Okay, and then same from these. Oh, Busy's good, she's got a tea. There, so I'm just using that as a template. So I've got all the same sizes. Look, he's gone now. So I'm just cutting out the shapes. Blackcurrant tea, that's a... Oh, don't fancy blackcurrant tea. Hot chocolate for Deirdre. He's got stuff to do, Kaz. We've got a big delivery of fabric that he's taken over to the office for me. And a load of rubbish to go to the tip. It's normally tip day for Gary on a Saturday. Right, one more to do. Then we'll need to cut out some corners from the bottom. Snip around here. I've made this style of bag before in for bottle bags as well. That worked quite well. Just making them longer and thinner. So when the one on Colombo yesterday was a really big one. It was like when you eventually saw the whole of the bag, it was like a shopping bag size, and it looked quite floppy. So I don't know whether it was one that maybe folded away would have been a nice idea. What is tip day? Oh, just when he goes to the tip. Taking rubbish to the tip, to the refuse place. Not sure what you call it. Okay, I'm going to box the base on this as well. So funnily enough, I've got a tool for that too. In one of these pockets somewhere. Need to make another one of these because we have new templates coming. For this Sewing Street show, the birthday show, it's going to be a really busy one. So I'm going to use the biggest one here, the 4-inch. And with this one, that 4 inches is the finished size of the base. So if you're looking at that thinking, hang on a minute, that never measures 4 inches down there. This is the box baser if you haven't seen it before. It's the finished size of the actual bag that is 4 inches, and it does include a 1/4 inch seam allowance. If you're using a piece of fabric maybe on the base that you fold over so there's no seam on the base, you knock the seam allowance off it but add the seam allowance to the side, so that's why they're on there. And these will give you a finished size of 1, 2, 3 or 4 inches. So if you're making a cosmetic bag or something quite small, use a smaller one. If you're making something like this that you want to be a quite boxy shape, then go for the larger ones. Oh, Kaz is going to get another template organised and made ready. Yeah, if you haven't seen these before, I think this is one of the busiest downloads I've ever done. I know on Sewing Street, when we launched it, they said that it was the most popular download that they'd ever had. And it's just pages of zipped pockets. And I did put some applique on there so I can identify what templates are in them. I made it to take 7-inch templates, so that's the size of my templates. The new ones that are coming out are slightly smaller than this, but they're sets. So this one has 8 pages. You could fit another couple of pages in there if you wanted to. And I've left these 2 blank at the end because that's where I'm keeping like bits and bobs, like the wheels and all of those kind of things. So that's that one. That's a download on the website if you want to go for that. Right, let's cut these out and then sew it together. Oh, I've put craft fleece on the wrong side. I forgot to tell you that, didn't I? Craft fleece is a perfect weight for this. It has gone up in price by a few pence, I'm afraid, but that's it's still more affordable than the H630 and H640, and for box shapes like this it's perfect because it's a little bit firmer than the 630s and the 640s, so the box is going to keep its shape better, but it's actually thinner than H630 and H640. It's really easy to sew through. Go on the waiting list if you want to get hold of it. It's £8.50 a metre, and it is actually one of our most popular products on the website. Book it by from 8 years age. So I think I missed the previous that one, sorry. Happy Sewing Day, Dorina, to you too. Welcome along. Oh, that firm fleece, Alana, yes, we haven't had that in for a while. Maybe we should get some more of that at some point. That was a good one. Forgot all about that one. Grace, it's on order, the craft fleece, so hopefully it'll be here Tuesday. They're normally quite quick. And we've ordered about 4 times the amount that we normally do. Yes, Carol, the box baser is on the website. If you have a look, or if you go to the website, I'll show you, and just type in templates. I've got just get my keyboard, not tremplate, it's template. All the templates will come up. So seam discs, they'll be back in stock tomorrow. That's just the discs on their own. I'll have a look at nesting hearts. I'm sure we've got some. This is the base boxer tool, and then we've got circles, we've got corner curvers, and I'm sure we've got more than that. Where's the hexies? We've got the hexagon bundle as well. I might have just missed that. That's the hexi bundle. So again, watch that space because after next week there's going to be more on there as well. And we've got the piecing ruler as well. Both slid works under BP, yes, absolutely. Claire says, can you buy a whole roll of craft fleece? It depends what you're making. I use a lot of H640, but yes, absolutely, you can buy a whole roll, Claire. I'll work out a price. Not in Scotland. Talking to somebody else. Right. So, what should we do first? Let's base the box first. Box the base. Make the box. Make the base boxed. We know what we mean. So, we'll do this with all 4 corners. Just fold over the corner so that the raw edges meet, and sew. And I'm just using 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Flip that over there. Hang on a minute. Am I doing that right? I'm not doing that right. Just ignore that completely because I did that wrong. I'm getting all ahead of myself. So don't box the base first. It's a good job it's not a sew along, isn't it? We're going to sew the sides and the bases together first. Be quicker than this way. Just chat amongst yourselves while I unpick this. So we're going to sew the sides, the base and the top together first. That's what we're going to do. Tell I haven't made one for a while. Looked on the templates, couldn't see the hexi templates. Yes, it was there. If you put template, not templates, I think because it's called a template bundle, you'll see it there, Melba. Definitely there, it was just there when I showed you. So, right. So side and side. We don't need a turning gap. If you haven't got a corner tool, what would be the size of the corner squares to cut out? Oh, hang on a minute, I shall measure it. Charlotte, I'm sorry about that. I should have told you that. Not everybody's got a tool, have they? There's me little roller. 2 1/4 inches. Okay, so all 3 sides and across the top of the handle as well. And then we'll box the base. So, oh hi Sarah, and then pull this open. Oh, people are asking about Lisa, who we haven't heard from for a while. I did get in touch with her the other day and she's all right. She's had a bit of a tough time, but she's all right, sends her love. So I just thought I'd let you know. Thank you, Sophie. She thinks I'm brilliant at this live stuff. Thank you very much. It doesn't always go brilliantly, but you know. Eric would be interested in the whole roll of craft fleece. I love using it. Oh, okay. I think there's 30 metres on a whole roll though. But I shall have a word with my daughter and work something out. So that's going to be the shape of the bag. So you can see why it's quite nice as a knitting bag. Let's do the same with the outer pieces. Don't need a turning gap, Janet, this time, because we're going to put binding around the handle. Cass says she'd get through that in a day. I mean, you can work out a rough price, can't you? If it's £8.50 a metre and there's 30 metres on a roll. And remember, if you've got your club membership, your half yard club membership, you get a 10% discount on top of that. So that is that's a good saving. In fact, if you're buying fabric in that kind of volume, then it's worth joining the half yard club, and even if you don't make anything, because you get a 10% discount. So all 3 sides, the bottom and the top, and then pull open the bottom. I'd like to just squish the seams in opposite directions. Now obviously the one that I was watching on Colombo was a lot longer than this, so you can make these in any size you like. You could make this into a big long carrier bag, You could make it into a much smaller little storage bag. I think once you get the idea of how to make it and how to kind of come up with the size that you want, could you make it like your bottle bag where it's turned through the carry handle? It wouldn't need binding. I can't remember how I made it, Sandra. Can't remember. I mean, you could make it where you turn through. Did I do like, what do they call it, a burrito? Is it a burrito? Where you roll it up. I can't remember how I did it. I shall have to have a look. There are different ways of doing it, so yeah, you don't have to use binding. So that's sweet, isn't it? That's really nice. I say so myself. So the lining's kept inside out. And then I'm just going to iron that because I've got the pen marks on it still. Might be easier to iron it now. Oh, Morag, it would make a nice little Easter basket if it was smaller, wouldn't it? Ironing pad. As a peg bag, yes, that would work. Will do, Sarah. Right, all I'm doing is ironing away the pen mark. Mind you, it's on the wrong side anyway, but you know, let's get that bit out of the way. Then that goes inside there. I'm doing seams in opposite directions at the top. I'm not too fussed about seams open or closed or anything like that. And take my clips, which I've just tipped out all over the place. Oh, thank you, Christine. That's a table runner that I made using the Next foundation panels on Sewing Street. Do you remember? I showed you these the other day, actually. This is the star one, which I think is behind me as well somewhere. So that one we've got on the website, so that is still available. That's the star. Can't find the last piece, but you get the idea, the way that works. Is that the last piece? No. Oh, this is all creased up. But basically, this is what they are. They're fabric panels that you use instead of papers. So you've heard of foundation paper piecing, where you sew through the paper and tear the paper away afterwards. With this one, the clips in a large. These ones, June, Alaska. You don't tear the paper away. You sew through the fabric, and the fabric stays in there. And foundation paper piecing, you can create some really very intricate designs very, very easily. But this takes it one step further. It's even easier because you've got the markings on the back. So the star design is still on the website. There's 4 to the panel, and they're different styles of stars, but they all go together. And then the new one that's coming out on Sewing Street on the 27th is the hearts, and there are 4 different shapes of. The shape of the heart is the same, but the fabric in the middle is in different directions. So there's 2 diagonal, 1 horizontal and 1 vertical. But you make up half the heart at a time. It's half-hearted. And then you can swap them over. So you could have a diagonal with a vertical, or a vertical with a horizontal, and come up with your own designs as well. So I'm glad you like it. It's that's what I was doing all day yesterday. And you get quite hooked on it. Kim made up some of the hearts. She did the 2 pale background coloured hearts, and I was saying to her before she started, I said it's actually quite relaxing. It's nice to do, and it's so satisfying because it's so easy. You can't go wrong with it. And she wholeheartedly agreed with me after. She loved it. Anyway, big fat tease not coming out yet. I'm just pinning the lining to the bag. And then I'm going to sew around there before we put the binding on. You could put the binding straight on without sewing, but I just want to make sure that I've got all of those edges together and my seams lined up. So I think it's worth taking the time to do this first. Oh, we've got Fee. Hello. we're doing a quick project at the end of the month, which is a little bunch of tulips. Fee sent me a little bunch of tulips a few years ago that she'd made, and I just thought I'd like to share that with everyone. So that's going to be on Half Yard Club. I think on the 25th of March they do them. There we go. So that's all clipped in, and then we're just going to sew around the top. Gus Honeybun. Hang on a minute, let me go back a bit. Jan. Gus Honeybun. There's something about your new bunny that makes me smile. Oh yes, Bugs Bunny, definitely, Jan, but I don't know who Gus Honeybun is, but that's a good name for a rabbit, isn't it? Maybe I should call him Gus. I'll have to have a look who Gus Honeybun is. I'm sewing quite close to the edge now. I'm just going to sew all the way around just to hold that in place. Oops, keep the bucket. Oh, come that way. So I've got something just underneath my foot pedal that's stopping me to put my foot down. Right, you can hear that? Something's there. Okay, so just sewing really close to the edge, just to hold those pieces together, which is going to make it a little bit easier when I put the binding around there. And I'm not going to hand sew the binding because that's going to take ages. I'll just remember it. So, no, I don't remember the name Gus Honeybun. Anybody else? There's a bunny on Southwest TV, or maybe that's why. Maybe it's just on Southwest TV. Did he look a little bit like my bun then? You keep your tulips in the pot. No, Irene, I've planted them out. They grew beautifully for 2 years, and then last year they hardly did anything at all. A couple of them came up and they were just looking really skinny. So I've actually replanted them in the garden. So I'm just waiting for them to come up. I haven't got anything coming up at the moment. I've got no daffodils or anything coming up. So I'm hoping they're going to carry on growing. But yes, yellow tulips, my favourite flower, and Irene bought me a pot of them. Gosh, that was a few years ago now, wasn't it, Irene? So our first open day. Oh, by the way, if you got your newsletter this morning from the website, not Half Yard Club, you'd have got one of those as well. You'd see that we're having another open day. It's not the big events, buy a ticket and, you know, dukey demonstrations and all that kind of thing. We're just opening. So I'll make you a cup of coffee if you like. But it's going to be on Sunday the 9th of March. Just from 11 o'clock till 3. So again, you don't need to book it or anything. We're not having demonstrations and all that kind of thing. We're just opening. So if you're in the area, and we're in Buckminster, which is quite close to Grantham, then do pop over and see us if you like. There's a deli over the road. There is a pub opposite as well that does very nice lunches. There are a couple of like antique knick-knacky shops in the village as well if you wanted to have a look in there. So yeah, want a day out. Hopefully the weather will be nice. This says the deer ate our tulips. Oh, I wouldn't mind deer in the garden eating my tulips, to be honest. Oh, I didn't know that. Squirrels love tulip and daffodil bulbs. Maybe that's why they haven't come up. Some wag asked him to stand on his head. Children descended and oh, that was Gus Honeybun. All right, okay. Right, so that's that. That's what we're looking like. So all we need to do now is to bind it. So I'm going to use a pink spotty binding. Hopefully there's enough on there. So I'm going to fold this in half and press it and then just sew it straight on. Is what I'm doing. I would normally sew one half on, fold it over and sew by hand because I like sewing by hand. But just to get this done within the hour, that's not bad going, is it? And that's almost from scratch. All I did was cut out the squares and put the fleece on the wrong side, so it is actually quite a quick make. Oh, the deer eat our squash. Oh, well, we like if we've got any pumpkins left over from Halloween or anything, we do put all of the pumpkin out for the local deer to eat. So I know they like that kind of thing. Right, I should have measured how much I need really. I'll do a bit more. If I was to order a download, can it be printed off and post out? I don't have a printer. Could you drop me an email, Sharon, on the enquiries@debbieshawsewing.com email address? Let me know which one it is that you want. We've got a few downloads on the website that are just downloads that we can have hard copies printed off. So if you just let me know what you want, I'll look into getting them printed so we can post them out to you. I love binding. I'm making it. Yes, Jane, because I was thinking with this fabric would make really nice binding because it's a stripe, so to be a diagonal stripe, if I use the same, that would have looked really nice. Didn't bring enough back from work to do that with though. Oh, I've got a coffee there. I forgot all about that. Okay. So let's start at the bottom. So I've just switched you off while I had a quick cough. And we'll click that again. And that looks quite sweet with the spotty binding. So let's fold it over all the way around. This is going to be such a useful storage bag. Really pleased with this one. Okay. Now remember, you can watch back on YouTube and on Facebook, so if you wanted to just make the bag without listening to any of the chat, then you can fast forward all those bits or mute it. I'll just fold that over there. And this is 3/4 of an inch wide binding. You could use an inch wide. Binding's lovely, isn't it, Biz? It just matches really well. That's one thing I do have a whole stash of is binding. I've got a couple of big baskets just full of all different colours because it's so nice to find something that actually matches your fabric. And you know, it's usually quicker than making your own. But it finishes off really nice. I love a binding. Don't you love a binding? Oh, Claire loves the chat. Good. Thank you. That's what it's all about, isn't it? On our Saturdays and Wednesdays. Now remember, I'm not here on Wednesday. So, I'm not here next Saturday either. Oh gosh, right. Because it's Susie's workshop next Saturday. Let's come round quickly. So I'm not going to be here. What day is it today? Saturday. I'm not going to be here for another week and a half. Just folded the end over and I'm just trimming back those bits so they don't stick out to make that neat. So what date will we be then? So it's the 22nd next Saturday when we're doing the workshop. Can't do anything on the Sunday because it's Stitchers. Anybody going to Stitchers? We'll be there Sunday afternoon and Monday morning. Me and Kim will be having a wander around. Got lots of meetings while we're there. And Brenda's looking forward to the workshop next Saturday. Lovely. Got lots of fabrics for your skirt as well. So it'll be 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. I won't be back again till the 26th. That's a long way to wait, isn't it? I'll see if I can squeeze something in. And we're doing on Tuesday. Wednesday, yes, thank you, Kaz. Yeah, Wednesday the 26th. That's a long way off. No, Sue, Half Yard Live is on the 1st. because I'm not free on the last Saturday of the month. Is that right? 28th. It's on my schedule. I can't remember. Yeah, the next so long is the 1st of March, because I kind of got a bit booked up this time, day before Sarah's birthday. Could you do a pre-recorded video? The thing is, to do a pre-recorded video, I get loads of comments like people thinking that it's live, and then I feel quite bad that I'm not answering the questions. But yes, I could do that. It depends if I've got time, because I'm a little bit chock-a-block with work at the moment. Right, let's see how neatly we can do this. Whoops. So you go onto there. Under you go. Right. And then, oh, now look, it's lifted up. I'm just going to re-clip that back down again, because it lifted up a little bit. Might have been quicker to do it by hand after all. Right, round you go. So I've got my clips flipping off. Can't see a thing I'm doing when I've got my arm in the way, can you? Right, you go back over there. Tell you what I do sometimes as well. I haven't got any spray here, but just spray the inside of it with a bit of 505, of the binding, that is, and stick it down before we sew it. Right. And we go. Now we'll sew. So just take your time. I don't want the binding slipping off, which it is quite prone to do, as you saw. And just really slowly sew this all the way around. That's over the seam, which was a little bit bulky. You can tell when I'm concentrating and not talking. Right, I just had the back of that binding lift up a little bit, so I'm just going to refold it over the edge. Like so. And then we'll do the same with the other side. And I'm going to actually finish this, because I'm going to use it. You know, I love anything storage. Love anything to store things in. I've just knocked my clip off. I think this is going to be one of those really useful storage bags. Quilter's tape. That would have worked, Annabelle. I haven't got any quilter's tape, but that would work. Or what I do like to do sometimes is to hand tack it first, which seems a little bit time consuming, but then you don't get this happening. So maybe do that on the other side. Rita uses double-sided tape too. I must get some of that. I use my glue stick quite a lot and the basting spray quite a lot, but I haven't actually used double-sided tape, so I have to get some. Just what you're used to, I suppose, isn't it? Jan says you can't beat hand tagging. It's worth it, isn't it? You might think, oh, that's really time consuming. But on things like this, it's a lot quicker than unpicking when your binding slips off. Right, so that's one side done. Rather pleased with that. Do you ever do that? You come up with something and say, well, I'll have a go at that, see if that works. And then it does, and you're like, oh, look what I did. That's really sweet. Just going to switch my iron off while I think about it, because I don't need that anymore, I don't think. And then we'll do, maybe I will, just iron, oh, nearly went there, look. Just iron a bit more binding. Oh, do they? Glenn says be careful which double-sided tape. Can you recommend a brand? No, I wouldn't use any glue that wasn't designed for use with sewing machines. Oh, thank you, Pat. She says, we know you're a very busy lady. Thank you for the time to do your live. Do you know, it's my own fault. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at saying no. So, oh, can you do twice as many shows on Sewing Street? Yeah, can you do Facebook? Yeah, I'll do that. And I always think if I've got a deadline for something, so I've got to get this project finished by the 1st, I can't take a day off because I can get it finished sooner then. Do you know what I mean? So although I could probably afford to take a couple of days off and then come back to things, I'm lying awake at night thinking, oh, I could have done this, and I could have done this, I could have got that out of the way, then I could start it. So I'm continually working on stuff. Mind you, I wouldn't know what to do on a day off anyway, to be honest. But yeah, I just have to get things done. But then they're never quite. You never catch up. There's always something else to do, isn't there? Of course you can. Another demonstrator. I can't think of the brand she gets. Don't know. By Annie, double-sided tape. I'll see if we can get some of that. You enjoy your job. I do. I don't know what else I'd do, Annabelle. Laura found double-sided tape can gunk up your needle. Deidre, I'm back on Sewing Street on the 27th with all of this loveliness that's behind me. All the new stuff. Gonna glue it. Just gonna glue it. Sarah, my lovely dog, is inside, probably shaking a little bit because it's raining and she doesn't like going out in the rain. She's got a sofa down here that she could come and sit on, but she just won't come down at the moment. This is going to work, isn't it? Again, don't use glue sticks that are meant for paper, like Pritt sticks or anything like that, because they may well gunk up your sewing machine. Alana says we use 3M. Oh, wrong side. 3M, not heard of that one. Yeah, we'll have to have a look, see if we can get some. It's Kaz's baby's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, Kaz's babies. Lilia, what size? Can anyone remember what size the fabric I started off at? Was it 15 wide by 13 deep? I think. I can't remember. Lillian, have a look when we're finished. If you go back to the beginning. It's pretty much at the beginning. After I showed you the fabrics. So maybe after about 15 minutes. Oh, that worked. That worked, putting a bit of glue on. Like a bit of glue. She's only 38, I'm sure I told her that. Yeah, my boys will be 30 and 44 in a couple of weeks. I'm not old enough to have a 44-year-old. I'm not 44 myself. So, oh, thank you. Julianne says it's 13 by 15. 13 inches wide, 15 inches deep. Was that right? Thank you. Thank you, Jane. Obviously making notes. Which is probably what I should have done. Okay, let's get back to the beginning. Overlap that a little bit. Pop that over there. I'm gluing it again. I'm just going to glue it. Gluing and clipping. There we go. Then we'll sew on the edge. Oh, that was easier. definitely got something stuck under my foot pedal. It's going really slow now. Right, so just ease that around. Over the thick seam. 53 and 46, Linson. I know, I don't know how it happens. Because they're only 5 years old last week. Can you get dressmakers woven interfacing in stock? I'll ask my daughter, Dee. Yeah, we've got G700, which is a woven one. But I'll see if we can get a lighter weight one as well, if you like. Can you unplug it and use a stop button? You can on this one. Yes, that's a good idea actually. I've nearly done though. It'll be all right. I could just get whatever is under the foot pedal out from under the foot pedal. There, we're done. We're done. That's really sweet. Really pleased with that. So again, if you are a knitter, you get a couple of balls of yarn in there. There you go. But I think this is just a really useful bag. It's big enough to put under your arm while you've got your knitting needles there. I don't knit myself, so I'm probably talking rubbish. But for storage, I think that is going to be a really useful bag. I might just press it actually. Yeah, I've still got the iron on. Claire's birthday is 24th of March. Whoops. That's all right, Annabelle. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Oh, Christine, I bet it is. Yes, I bet it is. A clip underneath the pedal she's suggesting. Right. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Claire. I shall have a look on the website and see if I can find this fabric, and if not, it will be on the website tomorrow. I'd steam that a little bit. Actually, let's just see if it works heating it. I haven't got any water in my iron. And get the box, the square shape at the box, the square shape at the bottom of the bag. See if I can do it with warming it up. If you put a bit of steam on it from your iron and then pinch it while it's hot without burning your fingers, puts a nice crease in there without flattening the bag, and that should work on the corner. See how that's worked. So let's get some heat just where I want it to crease. NEC in March. No, Sarah, I don't know what's going on at the NEC in March, but no plans. Going to Stitches next week, which is a trade show, but that's where we meet up with suppliers and have a look at new ranges that are in and all that kind of thing, and get taken out for lovely dinners. But no plans for anything else there, I'm afraid. We don't do the consumer shows, I just go to the trade ones normally. Jules says, I've been 38 for the past 20 years. Oh, honestly. See, I don't feel 64. It's just when you look in the mirror and you see your mother looking back at you, you say, you are, aren't you? Getting old, you. Getting old, you, Deborah Bagshaw. Right, okay, that's it. So, not here Wednesday. I'll see if I can fit another day in, but I need to have a look at my diary because I have no idea what I'm doing from one day to the next. Not here next Saturday because it's the Susie workshop. So it's Wednesday the 26th is the next scheduled live stream, and then 27th will be the birthday on Sewing Street. But I shall update you. Creative Craft and Sewing for Pleasure. No, not going to that one, Sarah. Not going to that one. Jane's mum will be 90 in March. My mum would have been 103. 103 years old. Oh, has she got it? No, can't find the fabric. Okay, so let me just do a little bit of that there. I'm going to put I'll see you next Wednesday, but it won't be next Wednesday, it'll be the Wednesday after, just to confuse everything. Oh, it's Kim's 59th birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Kaz says, I see my mum in the mirror too. Maybe they're coming back to haunt us. Oh, I don't think she'd be back. I don't think she'd be back at all. Somebody at the door. Still here. Right, so again, I shall see you again. If I can fit in another live stream, I shall let you know. Otherwise, it'll be a week on Wednesday. So thank you for joining me today.
Put your
And
hat on.
enjoy the rest of your weekend. Is it raining?
Yes.
That won't fit me, will it? My head's far too big. Anna I was just saying, when I look in the mirror, I see my mother. And Anna says, I see my dad too. Anyway, on that note, I shall see you again soon. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.